from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our fire offend you.
Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, ice on my neck like I'm Little Weeks. We run like a Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, you already live. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason looked out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watson hands this to Foreman. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Buying time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland, and he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. First down, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Third and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. For the Houston Texans, CD, as they come back onto the field here, you mentioned earlier that they've got to get back on track and quick. Well, you look at their next 3 games, at Indy, then home for Dallas and Buffalo. So what do you think, 3 winnable games?
I think that they are, but they better break them down and take them one at a time. But we have the luxury of looking at all 3. Indianapolis did go to Washington and beat them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll give to Hyde. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
No. Check. Patriot.
1st down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Mayfield out to the flat for Hyde. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Hyde. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They pitch it out to Hyde. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action. Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Handoff comes to Hyde. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Tanner Vallejo. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd down, Mayfield. So left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Well, they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Hyde. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Watson now on second down. Forced out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Mayfield on play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Covington. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Mayfield looks to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, here's Miller. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On first down, it's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st and 10, Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Sliding out of the... Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is... This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Caught left side, Hopkins. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And the pitch goes to Miller. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They run it again with Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They run with Hyde. He's been the full count tonight as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Mayfield, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now out comes Houston. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Again, it's Hyde. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The toss play. This is high. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance. Maybe play action? I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final minute. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Watson on the move to his left. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it. Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play. We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now. 3-19. Over.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And that will tie the score at 15 all. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Foreman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Come back.
First throw in OT for Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Taken right around the 44. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. That good for 19 and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run again with White on first. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Coming right on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a they'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
He sets to fire deep, and this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there in overtime, 53 yards. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's face it, we've been there before, and we've seen guys, maybe they hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage of game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.